The modules that you're going to be receiving, that are available to you, as I say, are based on my experience. But I would also emphasize that I am not a lawyer. In other words, these modules are not legal advice. Moreover, the content applies only to England and Wales, to the jurisdiction of England and Wales, not to Scotland, Northern Ireland, the Isle of Man, and the Channel Islands, which have their own rules. In terms of moving on to divorce and the main subject matter of this particular module, it may be helpful to look through some key dates because, in a sense, these set much of the agenda. The first key date, and this is a very important one, is that in 1973 there was, or the main legislation that we now rely on in divorce came into force, and that is the Matrimonial Causes Act. It's actually quite a long act, but in relation to divorce settlements and the division of the matrimonial estate that goes along with divorce, the key section is section 25. And it's section 25 that we're going to return to a few times during the course of these modules. So thinking about small and medium-sized enterprises and the family court, why does the family court find them so challenging? The difficulties, I think, here are numerous, and I'm just picking out a few of them. And some of these themes will recur a little later on in these modules. But first of all, a big one is the fact that ownership and management of SMEs is very often one and the same. It was never meant to be that way, of course. Directors were supposed to direct and shareholders were supposed to own. And there was supposed to be a fiduciary duty between one and the other. In the SME, that separation of ownership and management simply doesn't exist in many cases, which means that the owners of SMEs feel a great deal of freedom to do things that they wouldn't in a more conventional management ownership relationship.